Previously on Pixelmon. I failed to catch a legendary Pokemon. I evolved Surskit into Masquerain. We found our closest end portal. And I got enough diamonds to make myself a full set of armour and weapons. Now with that out of the way, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like. Welcome to Pixelmon episode 7, I hope you enjoy it. After deciding we were going out to catch a lot of Pokemon, I thought it would be wise to grab a lot of the Pokeballs I had pre-made, as it's extremely difficult to catch Pokemon without them. I grabbed all the ones that were already made, including the Beast Balls, before heading out. Our first stop for today was the Jungle M biome. It is the only one in the entire Pixelmon world that spawns Mew, and we needed Mew to try and get a Mewtwo and a Ditto. Dinky had already made her way there before me, set up a healer and a furnace, which we were going to smelt some ore in a hope we can get Meltan to spawn with a really low 2% chance at this stage. After a bit of waiting, we managed to get lucky and have the legendary spawn trigger, spawning Mew in the local area for us to find and catch. After doing some exploring, we found Mew hidden behind some leaves. We had to slightly dig around it to be able to get us a clear line to throw some Pokeballs at it. Unfortunately, the hitbox was clashing with the leaves, so I couldn't break them all, which was fine until it started to take some damage. Thankfully, we were able to clear out the surrounding area before it took enough damage to despawn, allowing us an opportunity to catch it. Both Dinky and myself started launching Ultra Balls all over the place trying to land a hit on it. I missed practically every single ball I threw, as Dinky was able to throw a ball and hit it faster than I could. I became a spectator and watched as after a few attempts, Mew stopped resisting and stayed in a ball, giving Dinky the catch. Seeing as I now had a ton of time to kill, I thought I'd start catching some of the local Pokemon to fill in the pages of the Pokedex. In this catching rampage, I started by catching Venipede, then Carvana, then Joltik, Apom, Purloin, Krabby, Caterpie, Mankey, Pick-a-Peck, Pincurchin, Wimpod, Psyduck, Corphish, and finally Magikarp. By the time I caught Magikarp, I felt like I'd caught the bulk of the most common Pokemon in that area, so I returned with Dinky to her base so we could start using Mew to try and spawn in Mewtwo. For this process, we could either use blocks of iron, emerald or diamonds for various levels of success in spawning Mewtwo. We chose to use diamonds as they gave us the best chance, it was around 37% I believe. On our first attempt, we got unlucky and only had a Ditto spawn. As the Mew belonged to Dinky, she went ahead and captured the Ditto after a short battle. On the second attempt, we were hoping for a Mewtwo, as each separate Mew can only be used 3 times in the machine before you need to catch another one. It took a while for the results to show, but we were fortunate this time and spawned in a Mewtwo. It grew so large that it smashed the orange side of the cage it was in, making the machine unusable before flying away. Thankfully for us, we built the machine in Dinky's base, so there wasn't far that it could run to. After a couple of minutes of letting Dinky try and catch it herself, she told me it was fine for me to join in with launching Ultra Balls hoping to catch it. After not as many Ultra Balls as I expected, I got extremely lucky and managed to capture Mewtwo without needing to battle it. I stood still for a few seconds, in shock at the fact I actually managed to catch it before heading straight to the PC to get it out. A little bit of resource grinding later, we had rebuilt the machine and put Mew in for the third and final time. This time we ended up with another Ditto, so Dinky was kind enough to let me catch this one for my Pokedex as she already had one. After a short battle, Ditto was mine. After not catching a Mew, I decided to try my luck with a different legendary. This time it was Celebi. I had a shrine marked in my journey map, so Dinky and I teleported to its location. After some clearing out of the surrounding grass, I activated the shrine using a Beast Bowl, as I wanted to catch the alien Celebi. I was a bit concerned when it spawned as it showed in the battle as a regular Celebi, but still kept a bit of hope that upon capture it would change to the alien one instead. After a couple of turns, I was able to catch it. We teleported back to Dinky's base so I could use the PC and get the Celebi out for a look. Thankfully, after releasing it from the bowl, it loaded as the black and pink alien Celebi that I wanted. Dinky decided she wanted a Celebi of her own, so we teleported again back to another shrine that we had marked, as each shrine could only be used once. She managed to get very lucky and caught hers on the first bowl at full health. Just after she caught Celebi, we were exploring the surrounding area and had an Uxie spawn. It was difficult to see as it was so small, but we were able to find it amongst the forest and start trying to catch it. It took a lot of attempts, but Dinky was able to catch it before it drowned in the little pool of water. After returning to my base and harvesting my apricorns, I made my way back to Dinky to help her with building a Pokemon breeder. After some research, we worked out the 9x9 space it needed to work properly and marked it out on the ground. I left Dinky to start the build, while I went to battle an Electabuzz that I had seen spawn in as I didn't have one yet. After initially trying to catch it without battling and failing, I started a battle and weakened it a bit before trying again. After only a couple of attacks, I managed to throw a Premier Ball and was able to catch it. After doing some more research, I discovered that we could make a set of boots that increased our movement speed. It required some leather, so I set up a spawner with Sentret, as that was the most reliable source of leather I had found so far. It only took me a few battles before I had enough to go and make a set of boots. I got back to base and made the set of boots using the 4 pieces of leather, then added to that set of boots 4 iron ingots and 2 feathers to make the old running boots. When I read it added 50% speed, I thought that was okay, but I was not prepared for just how much of a difference it actually made.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
It took a little while before I was adjusted to the boost of speed that they give. However, I knew that in time, I should be fine. The last thing I did before logging off for the day was setting up a spawner with Raichu in it so we could farm Thunderstone shards next time to make Thunderstone armor. I did this before realising you could just farm Thunderstones from Jolteon. For this episode review, we caught 18 new Pokemon, taking the total to 46 out of 880. I'd like to thank you all for watching. I have a link to the Pixelmon playlist alongside the subscribe icon at the bottom of your screen. Would appreciate it if you check those out. I'll see you in the next one.